Technical Corporation, while recognizing the efforts of frontline health workers in safeguarding communities against the threat of Ebola.
And more in our UBC News tonight. The Ministry of Information, Communication Technology and National Guidance is in its final stages of developing the national guidance policy that will address pertinent issues of patriotism, integrity among the citizens and leaders in Uganda, and zero tolerance to corruption. The national guidance policy will serve as a compass for Uganda's future. The national guidance policy is a framework that defines the national vision, values and common good.
The National Guidance Policy is expected to provide direction on how citizens, institutions and leaders can collectively contribute to building a cohesive society anchored on patriotism, integrity and productivity. According to Ismail Chibedi, the Principal National Guidance Officer at the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, the policy has been under development for a long time and is now in its final stages before being submitted to the Cabinet for approval. Chibedi further says that Uganda is currently witnessing several contradictions in society, one of which is corruption.
That's why the Department of National Guidance, together with the Department of Policy, came up with a regulatory impact assessment, looking at the different contradictions in society, and the assessment cleared us to have a policy in place as a document or as a basis that every Ugandan should use to fight corruption.
Chibedi further observes that some young people are unable to sing the Uganda national anthem, saying the policy will help reconnect citizens, especially the youth, with their national identity and values.
So it is really a very good policy, and we are trying to say that let's go back to our roots, because we have run so much from our roots to the white-based roots.
He made the remarks during a stakeholders' engagement meeting with leaders and residents from the Bunyoro sub-region in Hoima City. Godfrey Karubanga, a National Guidance Officer at the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance, says the implementation of the policy will help instill ideological orientation among citizens, making negative social practices a thing of the past.
Once we start implementing, it means that people will be ideologically oriented. This business of seeing the people doing the opposite who are ideologically disoriented, it will now become what? History.
Innocent Aliguma, an official from the Hoima District Community Development Department, says the national guidance policy is long overdue. He notes that the country needs a common framework to guide citizens towards a shared national vision and development agenda.
We have to get something that defines us. We have to have particular values that we can have as a nation, as a people, right from our families and up to maybe up to the president, because we have to have things which define us as Ugandans, and we have to be proud of us being Ugandans.
Meanwhile, Amon Zondera, the Chikube District Inspector of Schools, and Anna Bazara from the Education Department of Kagadi District Local Government emphasized the need to focus on the younger generation. They say nurturing patriotism, discipline and responsible citizenship among school-going children is key to building a better nation.
And we are really emphasizing that if we are really to have people behaving well in the community, loving their country, developing their country, we really now to focus on the younger generation.
Andrew Musinguzi compiled this report for UBC.
And as the world prepares to observe International Widows' Day, stakeholders are calling for stronger legal protection and greater social support for widows. They are also urging couples to formalize their marriages and also encourage husbands to write wills, measures aimed at reducing inheritance disputes and safeguarding the rights of surviving spouses.
Stakeholders are calling on couples living together without formalizing their unions to obtain official marriage certificates, warning that lack of legal documentation often exposes surviving partners to inheritance disputes after the death of a spouse. Speaking during the preparations to commemorate the International Widows' Day, the Commissioner for Gender Women Affairs at the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, Angela Nakafero, commended the government for recent amendment to the inheritance law. She said the changes clearly strengthen widows' rights to inherit property.
Where we are seeing the issue of cohabitation, this is a very big number. It's an issue in Uganda. Unfortunately, the laws our current laws don't recognize cohabitation. So I would like to challenge the husbands, in quotes, and the wives, in quotes. Please, let's legalize our marriages. We also need to challenge our spouses, regardless of sex, to make wills. Because if there's a will, when you're not self-centered, and you've thought about your family, your children, your spouse, in this case the widows, then they will not suffer the consequences of being disinherited.
The Right Reverend Frederick Jackson highlighted the role of church in supporting widows and orphans, noting that faith-based institutions continue to offer spiritual, emotional, and practical support to families coping with the loss of loved ones.
So there are all sorts of things that put pressure to the widows. Many times they feel isolated and left alone because the one who has been earning the bread earner of the family is gone.
So as a diocese, following the provincial policies and guidelines, we are now launching as a Diocese of Kampala to fellowship as one name Ruth Ministry, to bring out all those ladies who have been neglected by their families, by the church, by the communities, to come and be together, pray together, encourage one another.
Meanwhile, Canon Rubeija, a widow, shared her personal experience following the death of her husband. She described the emotional pain and the difficult adjustment period she faced as she adopted to life without her spouse.
It was not, I felt it, because you felt the pain, his voice, what he was helping us with. So it was not an easy thing, but since I was working, I knew God had a plan for us.
Sada Mobale, UBC News, Kampala.
More in our UBC News tonight. Residents of Simba A village in Kibibi Parish, Butambala district, are living in uncertainty following a dispute over blockage of an access road that they say have used for many years. The residents accuse Reverend Canon Festus Kasuja of the Church of Uganda in Kibibi of restricting their access to the community road, a move they claim is affecting their livelihoods and daily activities. Efforts to obtain a comment from Reverend Canon Festus Kasuja and other stakeholders were unsuccessful as our reporters received threats during the phone conversations they had.
School project, which residents welcomed in 2018 as a major boost to education in the area, is now at the center of a dispute as construction nears completion. Residents say Reverend Canon Festus Kasuja, who oversees the church land, has fenced off the area, blocking a road they have used for years.
The people on the hill, they come through this road and they go down to access water. Okay? And the people down the hill who go up the hill to access medical clinic. The medical clinic which exists up the hill. Okay? And so among other services that we can't access are emergency services, like fire brigade, electrical vehicles, ambulance. If you have someone sick, you cannot bring an ambulance, and because they've tightened this road.
N'abaana b'amasomero ennamba esinga obungi ku masomero ag'enjawulo babadde era bakozesa ekkubo lino okuviira ddala waggulu nga bw'olaba asimbye ebiki ebikondo paka ne bagwa mu kkubo eddene.
Obuzibu bwensanga ku kkubo kuno tujjako ne batugamba bagenda ttaka lya kkanisa kuli tujjako bali tujjeko bazibewo nti kubanga ttaka lya kkanisa.
Nafuna lipooti ku batuuze bange ku muliraano gw'ekyaki n'essomero nga bwe bazimba basimyewo ebinnya kuba yayo ne bali bazibira.
The village chairman Salong Waswa Peter of Simba A village says the community previously reached an understanding with the Reverend to maintain the access road, but he claimed the agreement was later withdrawn.
Kanengenda n'abatuuze ne mbasinkana ne meya ne tuteesa ne Reverend nti aka akatundu tukatereezeemu kubanga abatuuze bagenda kutema nkomera zaabwe balinaanye. Oluvannyuma twakkaanya ne tugula akagwa ne tukasiba bulungi nnyo ne nfuna abatuuze ne nfuna n'enginiya azimba essomero eryo n'atulagirira ne basima ebinnya bye banassaamu nga tumaze okukkaanya bulungi. Mbawaliseewo olunaku ngenda okufuna lipooti nti ate ebyo twasimye babiziise bagambye babizizza eri gye byali.
Residents also alleged that boundary makers were initially agreed upon and set in consultation with the church leadership, but were later altered.
Omwezi kisajjukira bulungi twakkaanyaganya ne Reverend wa wano ku kanisa KBCU ne tukkaanyaganya ekkubo lino nga bwe tubadde tulikozesa okuviira ddala emabega nti tusigale nga tukozesa ekkubo lino ng'emmotoka zitambula bulungi, naye n'atusaba nti waggulu eri ku kibanja ekyaffe nti kabayiseeyo nga beeyambisa chance eyo basimbeyo ebikondo byabwe.
Baluli twasooka ne tuteesa nti mutuwe kasita naffe tubawadde ekkubo wansi, kasita tubawadde ekkubo wansi naffe mutuwe tweyambiseeko ku ttaka lyammwe tusimbeko ebikondo. Ate basigadde bo basimbyeko ebikondo ate ffe ekkubo ne balitujjako.
When contacted, Reverend Canon Kasuja declined to comment on the matter and instead referred our team to the church's registered trustees. Wanje? Shortly after, reporters allegedly received multiple phone calls, some attempting to discourage coverage of the story, while others allegedly contained threats directed at the reporting team.
Kusaba ebikwatagana ne institution amawulire ngaago gakwatanga mpola togadumirangako, so njagala kusaba okikwata empola.
Butambala Resident District Commissioner Haji Moses Dumba said he is new in office and is not yet familiar with the details of the dispute.
Genda yolabe ddala bagizibye oba tebagizibye kubanga gw'oŋŋambye ekigo biŋŋambye simbadde simbimanyi.
Children from across Uganda are using pencils and paint to imagine a message of peace all over the world to South Korea. The learners are participating in the International Women's Peace Group Peace Drawing Competition, a global initiative coordinated from South Korea that equips children with peace-building skills before challenging them to express those lessons through art.
Under this year's theme, My Peace Story, pupils and students from primary and secondary schools are drawing their vision of a peaceful world, showcasing how peace can begin in homes, schools, and communities.
IWPG aims at promoting peace through this competition worldwide. Here in Uganda, through using your mind to translate it into practical. We focus on young generation because we want children to grow up peacefully. These are the leaders of tomorrow and we need them to be peacefully.
The competition serves as a peace education platform where children are trained in values such as unity, tolerance, dialogue, and conflict resolution.
Those who are best, we take them to South Korea for further judgment. When they win, whoever wins gets either a medal or a financial support.
The artworks are submitted for final evaluation at IWPG headquarters in South Korea, where outstanding entities are selected for awards, certificates, and international recognition.
There are no criteria as we use. We invite schools to participate in this competition, and those who accept to come, we give them the materials, everything a child needs to participate in the competition.
For UBC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
And as the world grapples with record levels of displacement caused by conflict, persecution and humanitarian crisis, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency ADRA Uganda and Kampala Central Seventh-day Adventist Church have used World Refugee Day to renew calls for compassion, inclusion and practical support for refugees living in Uganda. This commemoration, held under the banner of World Refugee Sabbath, brought together church members, refugee representatives and humanitarian partners to reflect on the challenges facing displaced communities and also encourage collective action aimed at restoring dignity, hope and opportunity for those forced to flee their homes.
Uganda is a home to more than 1.8 million refugees and asylum seekers, making it Africa's largest refugee hosting nation. The majority come from South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Sudan, Somalia, Burundi and Eritrea. Through its progressive open door policy, Uganda grants refugees freedom of movement, access to education and healthy care. During the event, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency ADRA called on faith communities to move beyond sympathy and take practical action in supporting refugees. The agency encouraged donations, advocacy, mentorship and livelihood support initiatives aimed at improving the lives of vulnerable refugee families.
A big mission of compassion towards these people whose number keeps on increasing day by day. We acknowledge the work that ADRA has done that is very visible in many of the presentations they present to us.
All humanitarian responses. The first one, we call it initial response. Under the initial responses, that's what we call life-saving emergency responses.
We are refugees also. And what do servants, people of God say about this? Sister White says, the spirit of Christ in the missionary spirit. We are not confined to confine our interests and declare ourselves. We are to love our neighbors as ourselves.
The celebrations also highlighted a unique reality facing Uganda today.
Government of Uganda was the one who hosts refugees and was the one who sent different partners to go and support the refugees in the settlement. That's why I really stand and I would say the government of Uganda.
We thank you for the blessing of the guests that you have allowed to come to our church.
While the country continues to provide a safe haven for people fleeing conflict and persecution, many Ugandans are living in search for better opportunities abroad, although concerns about security and business opportunities, particularly in the Middle East and Europe. This contrast underscores the need to expand economic opportunities at home while preserving Uganda's long-standing tradition of offering refuge, protection and hope to those in need. I'm Bantu Machawe Semambo, reporting for UBC.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has hailed the Olympic Tokyo Run as a powerful platform connecting sport, health, agriculture, culture and value addition in Uganda's growing agro-industrial sector. In a message delivered on his behalf by the Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayebwa, the President said that the Tokyo initiative has evolved from a simple idea into a fully developed product line, now including banana flour and biscuits under the Banana Industrial Research and Development Center in Bushenyi District. Tayebwa also pledged Parliament's continued support for the Presidential Skilling Program as government pushes to expand innovation, youth employment and agricultural value addition through initiatives like Tokyo.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayebwa,
has flagged off the 2026 Olympic Toke Run in Bushenyi district.
10 kilometers, please.
Taiwa represented President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who strongly supports the presidential skilling program under the Banana Industrial Research and Development Center. For over 20 years, Uganda's Matoke has been promoted through the Toke initiative, which seeks to enhance value addition and commercialization of the country's staple food.
It has now been branded Toke by the Presidential Initiative on Banana Industrial Development. It gives me great joy to see such events, because when you see a child grow, you now know that your effort has not been in vain. I have watched Toke grow from scratch, and now it is producing a number of products which I recommend you to test and support for our own growth as a nation.
The president says the event connects sport, health, agriculture, culture, and value addition, turning local food into commercial viable products.
Identity of many Ugandan tribes. Everybody knows Matoke. It is for this reason that this run is magnifying the need for us to pride in not just linguistic diversities, but also food that defines life and sustainability.
The Banana Industrial Research and Development Center is now in advanced stages, moving from commercial production towards full industrial plant development. Plans are also underway to process banana waste into manure and other fertilizers to boost community production.
Technological advancement is helping us to do away with most of our old ways of life and causing us to ensure that healthy, stable and clean environment. We are also saving a lot of time. We may no longer need to peel bananas and perform other cumbersome tasks in future, since access to Matoke flour. We may no longer need to peel bananas and perform other cumbersome tasks in future, since access to Matoke flour will be easy even for those in the diaspora.
Matoke remains a key part of Uganda's food identity and culture, with value addition making it easier for both local and international markets to access banana-based products.
Because of that, we are setting up extraction centers for fiber for our farmers at every unit, which we set up at a village level. This is possible because government has invested. No investor, I want to tell you, Your Excellency, would have been able to think at the backward linkages to the level that we have thought about.
There are plans to establish a facility capable of storing up to 500 metric tons of banana without ripening, in a bid to reduce post-harvest losses.
Also, as a strategy of government, we are going to be subsidizing fertilizers. We have looked at sectors like coffee, like tea, but I think now if you make really a good case for it, we could include Matoke. Include sugarcane, so that they benefit from fertilizers.
The Olympic Toke Run comes ahead of the National Olympic Day, scheduled for 23rd June 2026. After the event, Deputy Speaker Thomas Tayebwa served as the chief mourner at the send-off of the late Kalenzi Victor Amoti, son to Bunyangabu County MP Victor Kalenzi, who succumbed to cancer. The burial took place in Mukagara village, Rubona Town Council, Bunyangabo district.
We have increased on the directive of His Excellency the President in the last financial year, in this financial year, which is starting in July. The budget of Uganda Cancer Institute is increasing from 241 billion, 416 billion.
Daniel Mugoya, Greg Bitabinji, UBC News.
Survival for service.
it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mumosima kukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, enendungo ya kusabula. Mikono tu, free of fire, free of fire, free of fire.
Makere Institute for Social Development, a certified institution for higher learning, invites applicants for certificates and diploma courses like accounting and finance, procurement, journalism, tailoring and fashion design, with many other skills-tailored courses.
Our institution is compliant. First of all, it is recognized by National Council for Higher Education. We are certified. Registration number is UBB 187.
Tested and tried since 1995, Makere Institute for Social Development is your solution when it comes to quality education.
You may apply for January, May, August intakes. Find us along Sir Apollo Kagwa Road, opposite Makere University Sports Ground. Our tuition is affordable with a state-of-art facilities. Early birds stand a chance to grab themselves bursaries. MISD or Makere Institute for Social Development, facilitating your career.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
In a fast-moving world, why are we still stuck with paperwork? Signing here, stamping there, moving from office to office. It's exhausting. Now, there's a better way. With UGPass, you can securely prove your identity, sign documents, and access government services anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stress. Everything is instant, safe, secure, and government-backed. UGPass, your identity secured. Available in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. UGPass is a product of Nita Uganda.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. Access to life-saving maternal health care services is set to improve in the hard-to-reach Karita sub-county of Amudat district following the construction and equipping of a modern operating theatre at Karita Health Center 4 by doctors with Africa Kiwam in partnership with Stanbic Bank. The facility is expected to reduce preventable maternal deaths and ease referrals of expectant mothers seeking emergency surgical care. The Commissioner for Maternal and Child Health at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Richard Mugahi, officiated the commissioning of the theatre. We have a detailed report.
Karita Health Center 4, located in Karita Sub-County in Amdat District, serves a catchment population of about 40,000 people drawn from parts of Amdat, Nakapiripirit, Boko, Kwen districts and neighboring communities in Kenya. The health facility is situated approximately 90 kilometers from Amdat Hospital in Amdat Town Council, 167 kilometers from Mbale Regional Referral Hospital, 210 kilometers from Moroto Regional Referral Hospital, and about 20 kilometers from Kacheriba Hospital in Kenya. Health workers at the facility said delivering healthcare services remains challenging because the community they serve is largely mobile, pastoralist in nature. The
village from home will tell you, I labored 2 days ago, or it started last night, but there is nobody to help. By the time the mother will struggle to move from the homestead up to the roadside so that she will access the transport to come here, it is too late for her.
When it is daytime, we refer to Kacheliba because a doctor is there and only works during day. Then if a case at night, we have to struggle up to Moroto or up to Amudat Hospital. Sometimes we go to Amudat Hospital and find the case is beyond Amudat Hospital. We have to proceed to Moroto, and that is another challenge. You have put fuel.
The health center currently operates with only 15 staff members out of the required 133, a situation that has led to delays in service delivery and increased workload for the available health workers. The health workers, however, thanked development partners for supporting healthcare services in the area. They noted the facility has been receiving expectant mothers in need of surgical interventions, forcing referrals to Moroto, Mbale, all health facilities in Kenya due to the absence of an operational theatre. It is against this background that Doctors with Africa CHWAM refurbished a theatre at Karita Health Center 4.
And the other things around it have cost us $100,000 US, but it is from very humble people. It's not from a government, this money. Very humble people in Italy who have made this possible. And really, I want all of us to work to ensure that this facility gives that difference in the people that we want it to give.
QAM, and I'd like to thank QAM for reaching out to Stanbic Bank on this particular project. Our contribution of close to 100 million is part of a broader effort to strengthen healthcare systems and improve service delivery.
District leaders decried the limited access to health services in the area, saying it continues to negatively affect maternal health outcomes. They also cited inadequate staffing levels as a major challenge.
In these 9 facilities stands at 15%. The health center for where we are at today has 16 staff out of the required 130 staff. The health center 3, the only health center 3 which we have, called Loro Health Center 3, it is 130 kilometers from here, has 9 staff. The health center 2s that we are talking about, the 7, none of them has more than 4 staff. And there's a midwife, a nurse, and maybe a porter, health assistant. So we are really thin on staff. We have very few facilities and
the Commissioner for Maternal and Child Health at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Richard Mugahi, officiated at the commissioning of the refurbished theatre at Karita Health Center 4.
Health Center 3 to Health Center 4. Adding you more health workers. Karita cannot work with only 15. Chairman, by December, we shall have more doctors, more nurses here in Karita. Because the money is available.
Officials commended partners for their support, noting that the facility upgrade will help reduce preventable maternal deaths in the district by bringing life-saving surgical services closer to the community. The function was attended by officials from the Ministry of Health, Moroto Regional Referral Hospital, Amdat District Local Government, health workers from across the region, Stanbic Bank, and Doctors with Africa CHWAM.
Furthermore, a new study has found that cognitive behavior therapy, commonly known as CBT, can significantly improve the mental and physical health of adults living with type 2 diabetes mellitus. Researchers say that integrating structured psychological support to The routine diabetes care could help patients better manage the disease and improve treatment outcomes. Saddam Mubale has a report.
The controlled study examined the effectiveness of cognitive behavior therapy in reducing diabetes-related distress, depression, health anxiety, and improving quality of life and treatment adherence among adults with type 2 diabetes mellitus. The program included psychosocial education, cognitive restructuring, medication adherence training, problem-solving skills, mindfulness and relaxation techniques, coping exercises, and relapse prevention strategies. Researchers found a significant reduction in depression and diabetes distress among participants following the intervention. The study also reported improvement in mental health and treatment adherence.
Because you see, when somebody has diabetes, their mind gets disturbed. The doctors are telling them that they are going to die. Their friends are telling them that they are going to die. The community no longer involves them in activities. So they are sort of isolated and neglected.
In addition, blood sugar levels among participants dropped from approximately 14 to about 6, a change researchers attributed to continued adherence to treatment, regular physical exercise, and lifestyle modification encouraged during the program.
And this is evidence now. This gives us evidence that psychotherapy works.
Because we had no hope before as people with diabetes. But since they began teaching us, we have gained.
Professor Andrew Marcelo Tem, a professor of medicine at Mackay University School of Public Health and founder of Diabetic Association of Uganda, says the findings demonstrate the importance of combining medical treatment with evidence-based psychosocial interventions for people living with diabetes.
But the most common type of diabetes, however, is that which results from increase in the body mass index, in your weight, become obese, okay? And when you become obese, the body's intake of sugar to the inside of the cells diminishes, leaving that sugar to float in the blood. And that floating of the sugar in the blood will cause what you call hyperglycemia. Once your sugar level goes above 160, you contaminate your body tissues. You get what we call irreversible conjugation of sugar to your body. And that will give you a high rise of what we call hemoglobin A1C. So we want, please eat properly, eat PVC, protein, vegetable, carbohydrate together.
Scholars are now calling upon the government to scale up the program in regional hospitals across Uganda and integrating structured psychosocial support into routine diabetes care, embrace evidence-based approaches that address both physical and mental health needs of patients.
This psychotherapy should be expanded at least to major referral hospitals, regional referral hospitals, so that the big number of patients with diabetes can also benefit.
But there is hope if we integrate this intervention therapy in our care, intervention care, in our facilities. It will definitely support our patients to deal with their mental health and psychosocial issues that they grapple with when they get to know about the chronic issues.
Saddam Mubale, UBC News.
A fresh land dispute has erupted in Kireka, Wakiso district, where residents are accusing officials linked to Mandela National Stadium and a senior military officer of illegally evicting them from Bibanja that they have occupied for decades. The matter was raised during a fact-finding meeting convened by the senior presidential assistant on special duties, Fiona Barunji.
Tensions remain high over a disputed 11-acre piece of land located on Block 232,
Plot 1537 in Chadondo, Chireka, Kira Municipality, Wakiso District. Affected residents accuse several individuals, including Jamil Sewanyana, director of Mandela National Stadium, Mamerito Mugera, Pastor John Mubiru of Palace of Praise Church and Palace Junior School, and Major General Hudson Mukasa of forcefully evicting them.
Was led by Kawoya, who is the Chibanja holder on that same land of Nambole. And this matter, I verified, I investigated, I verified with the Ministry of Lands. There are a lot of titles that were gotten fraudulently.
They further claim parts of the land were leased to Taufik Petrol Station and Terrazone Construction Limited. The allegations were raised during a meeting attended by security officials, representatives from the RC's office in Kira Municipality, local leaders and residents. The affected families told Presidential Assistant Fiona Barunji that they were removed from the land by a joint force of soldiers and police, allegedly without compensation. They also claim the evictions were violent and led to loss of life with no justice to date. Tensions flared when Barunji demanded documentary proof. According to participants, those accused were unable to immediately produce the required documents. Speaking for the complainants, Godfrey Kawoya said the land belonged to his late father, Chibiruge Joseph, and that over 300 residents were displaced during the eviction. He further noted that Prince Jimmy Chiwewa Simbwa, a trustee of Chisosonkole Palma Estate, does not recognize the current claimants to the property. Barunji cautioned against individuals allegedly using the name of the First Lady Janet Museveni to intimidate residents, and pledged to forward the matter to relevant government offices for investigation and resolution.
And I got, a lot of, things that I didn't know before after verifying. There was something involving where the general said that there's a weapon, a gun that was stolen during the eviction or the killing of people. I don't know what that gun did, but the general said there is a gun that was stolen during that eviction, and
Benon Mukwaya and Jamil Sekaja, UBC.
Traffic police have teamed up with the Kampala to Ezimbe Women Border Riders Association and the Intelligent Transport Monitoring System in a new initiative aimed at improving road safety and professionalism among female riders. The program is equipping women border riders with skills in road safety, customer care and discipline as authorities push to reduce road indiscipline and enhance service delivery in the transport sector. Traffic police spokesperson Michael Kananura says that the initiative also seeks to empower women to take on stronger leadership roles within Uganda's growing transport industry.
The training session brought together female border riders under the Kampala to Ezimbe Women Border Riders Association to discuss challenges facing women in the transport sector, as well as strategies to improve professionalism and road safety standards.
Fenga abakyala bavuga boda bwe tutunula mu sector yaffe gye tulime eya boda obulagajjavu bungi. Abami oba bakyala tetwagala kwambala helmet, tetumanyi mugaso gwa reflect, tetumanyi mugaso lwa kuyimirira mu bitaala, tetumanyi mugaso lwa pavement bakolanga yawe ebigeresi yawe bodo bawa motoka. Ebintu ebyo tetubimanyi. Kati ne tugamba dukoze tutya okulaba ng'ekintu kyenno ffe tuze tugisomesebwako, tugitegeeza abavuzi bannaffe tutya.
The NRM Women's League chairperson Adrian Kobusinja commended the association for promoting self-reliance, discipline and road safety among women riders.
I needed to encourage the women. I needed to give them hope, the women border riders, that it doesn't matter where we are coming from, what we are doing, but what is important is to look up to where we want to get. What is their strategy? Where do they want to be? Where are they seeing themselves in the next 10 years? Can they have a strategy? Can they be consistent with what they are doing? However little they are making, can they afford to save?
Participants were trained in road safety, customer care, mental health awareness, and compliance with traffic regulations aimed at improving service delivery and reducing road crashes.
Border borders contribute the majority of the crashes that we register every day and then annually. So really, these are teams that we have to encourage. So we have been here sensitizing them, teaching them on what they are supposed to do, but more important, to prioritize road safety.
Riders were also briefed on the planned reintroduction of the express penalty system, EPS ticket, which authorities say is intended to improve compliance with traffic laws and enhance road safety.
The EPS works in tandem with our AI-powered technology that will help us reduce traffic accidents, to rein in on errant border riders, to curb and reduce accidents on the road. So we are trying to show them the importance of having the number plates registered.
Organizers say the initiatives are aimed at changing public perception of women riders by promoting responsible road use and professional service delivery. Abdunasele Lobwama and Rogers Kumagum for BBC.
I'm called Awidi Isabella. I'm studying from Villa Maria School of Nursing. I've won a school fees with the MTN Momo. This school fees you win for a full year, which I'm very happy for it. I thank MTN Momo for helping me in paying my school fees.
We've paid all the fees for the year.
Thank you very much, because on Wednesday, the principal told me, look for my man and bring my man. I told her, me, I don't have man, and you have to wait until I get the money. But when I left our office, at 3, they called me that you've won the money from Momo. I said, how does it happen?
As long as you pay school fees using Momo, you stand a chance to win school fees for a year. Dial *165 *80# to win school fees for a year and more.
There is a new way to keep your breath fresh all day. Introducing Movit All Day Toothpaste, meant to give you powerful night gum defense and teeth whitening. The charcoal flavor gives you deep cleansing and power stain removal. And the herbal delivers natural strength for healthy, confident smiles. Choose Movit All Day Toothpaste and enjoy freshness all day.
Welcome to Ingiko, the global brand delivering quality, innovation and performance for professionals and homeowners. Discover our latest range of products that we deal in, like power tools, hand tools, PPE, generators and general hardware items. Visit us at our different branches on 6th Street, Industrial Area, Kampala Road next to Mapera House, Entebbe Road opposite Housing Finance Bank. Visit our website at www.ingikotoolsuganda.com or call us on 0709-861-948 or 0779-491-855.
Ingiko, make the world in your hands.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight. We're now taking you to the world of business. Customs clearing and forwarding agents have been urged to embrace continuous professional training to keep pace with evolving tax systems and customs procedures. This comes as members of the Uganda Clearing Industry and Forwarding Association concluded 2-day continuous professional development trainings on the domestic taxes and electronic fiscal receipting and invoicing system, commonly known as the IFRIS, held at the Uganda Management Institute in Kampala.
The clearing and forwarding industry plays a critical role in facilitating international trade and supporting government revenue collection. However, with rapid changes in customs procedures, tax regulations and digital systems such as IFRIS, industry players say continuous training has become essential to ensure compliance and professionalism.
We deal with URA, but in particular customs. That's why we are called the customs agents. So customs clearing is very, very, very dynamic. It is a very, very broad area. In our course of doing our work, we find that there are a lot of new enhancements that are going on with customs. Every other day there is something new coming with customs, so we have to keep on our pace and keep on learning.
Industry leaders say continuous professional development is necessary to prevent tax leakages and ensure clearing agents remain up to date with evolving trade regulations and digital tax systems.
Me as an individual, I didn't know much about it because there's an accountant who handles that in office. But coming for this training, I now know better how to approach my accountant to ask the relevant questions, prepare better for licensing.
So in most cases, before taxpayers go for any importation, they consult us about taxes, consult us about movement of cargo, consult us about what is accepted into the country.
Tax experts facilitating the training say many clearing agents have traditionally focused on customs clearance, often paying less attention to domestic tax compliance, creating knowledge gaps that need to be addressed.
Why this CPD is actually very important is that by the time I come to you as a tax agent, I need to be advised on the implication in terms of taxation, both at importation but also on when I have taken these goods to my shop. The other important thing is that we saw IFRIS being rolled out in 2021, but also last year, many other sectors, 12 more sectors were added on to IFRIS, where they expect all clearing agents to use IFRIS.
Participants say the training has equipped them with practical skills to navigate Uganda's digital tax systems, improve compliance and strengthen their contribution to trade facilitation and national revenue mobilization.
Digging is good, but I have a wrong way to go. Katoto, do you need money? Bank of Uganda has introduced agriculture credit facility. You can own equipment such as tractors, plows, harrows, irrigation system. Imagine. Katoto, poor today, rich tomorrow. Here you go. Vroom, 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 vroom. Go to your nearest bank or call our toll-free line. This message is brought to you by Bank of Uganda.
Every life begins in a moment like this. Certain, planned, full of promise. For us, it's a bold ambition to make lives better. Because somewhere, someone is stepping into a world of work for the first time with the confidence that their retirement is taken care of. We make dreams possible. From owning homes to scaling businesses. And when health takes an unexpected turn, help is there when it's needed most. And because legacies matter, what people build does not end with them. It's passed on. We value moments with go-getters, bold dreamers and believers. Different paths, different rhythms, with one shared belief that financial freedom is within reach. For 40 years, we've made lives better and fueled Uganda's economy. Through careful investment, we have supported businesses, created jobs, and backed our nation. To us, it's more than saving. It's believing in effort, in patience, in possibility. It's making lives better. We believe in you, in us, and in Uganda.
NSSF, 40 years of making lives better.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential.
With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
Welcome back. You're now watching the sports news. 6 schools on Friday completed in the Serere District Koko Championship hosted at Serere Secondary School as teams intensified preparations for the upcoming National Ball Games 2 in Gulu. Let's have a look.
The one-day championship attracted schools from across Serere District, providing a platform for players to showcase their skills and assess their readiness ahead of the national games. In the girls category, St. Elizabeth Girls Secondary School emerged champions after an impressive display throughout the competition.
We are excited. We are St. Elizabeth Girls Secondary School. We are in Serere, Kidetoko Town Council. We are happy. We want to thank Akoko Uganda for the opportunity given. We are so much happy to be the first winners of the trophy. This winning already gives us the motivation to continue. So we're not going to stop here. Next week on Wednesday, we are going for the regional competition.
The team overcame strong opposition to claim the district title and boost confidence ahead of the national event.
It was really so tough winning this trophy, but we got motivated after we saw we were really left behind, and by God's grace we are really happy that we took the trophy, and we are looking forward to winning even in the regionals.
Meanwhile, hosts Serere Secondary School dominated the boys category, securing victory and earning recognition as district champions.
Yeah, this being the first game, so it's very interesting. We have enjoyed it, and now we are very grateful that we have taken the trophy.
Officials say the championship was organized to prepare schools for the National Ball Games 2, scheduled to take place in Gulu, where Koko will feature as one of the demonstration sports.
Being a big school in the district, the owner Serere SS in Serere District, we are much delighted and very happy for this opportunity. I want to promise you that Koko in Serere District, particularly in Teso, is going to go higher. We intend to play this game daily. We are going to play it every time until we reach national even.
Participants praised the tournament for helping improve teamwork, fitness and competitiveness ahead of the national showcase. On top of preparing players for the upcoming nationals, the championship continues to prove the Federation's insistence of spreading the sport across the country to meet requirements of the new sports law.
And that brings us to the end of our UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. Do join us tomorrow for more news. My name is Wadulo. Arnold Mark. Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. Have yourselves a lovely night.